Chapter 14, 75, Heavenly Secret. Gu Refined. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Shizhong had been immersed in this for a long time. He could tell that he had improved by observing his blood clumps. Even though I improved this time, I am still far from success. There are a few missing steps. I need to work harder. Shizhong was very experienced in this. He had a strong instinct developing. He calculated, and it was time to feed his immortal Gu again. Shizhong inherited his family's inheritance. He had multiple immortal Gu that made the other Shi clan Gu immortals very envious. It was a pity that taking over the inheritance had rules and could not be broken. Shizhong owning these immortal Gu was also a reason why he was targeted and ostracized by other Shi clan Gu immortals. He inspected his inventory and felt a huge headache. It is a little troublesome. I lack some food. I forgot that when refining wealth Gu, because I was missing some materials, I sold some of the food for my immortal Gu that I had prepared earlier. At this time, it is too difficult to gather more food. I should buy some dragonfish in place of the food and feed my immortal Gu first. And thinking of this, Shizhong did not hesitate. His consciousness went into treasure yellow heaven. Dragonfish. He had a clear objective. He found that many Gu immortals were selling dragonfish. As a buyer, he had to compare the goods of multiple sellers. The dragonfish business was not like your Gu. It was sold all year round. Because dragonfish bred in all seasons, its market was lively at all times. Shizhong first went to Yuchan's stall. As everyone knew, Yuchan was the #1 dragonfish seller in Treasure Yellow Heaven. But she did not sell only dragonfish. She also sold other products, though primarily fish species. In the past, when Shizhong wanted to buy dragonfish, he would get them from Yuchan because her reputation made her very trustworthy. If things went as expected, he would buy dragonfish from her this time as well. After seeing Yuchan's goods, Shizhong did not buy them yet. He went to look around. He soon found Fang Yuan's stall. Someone is selling dragonfish here too? There is quite a high quantity. Shizhong looked around and felt quite surprised. He inspected and found that the dragonfish sold here were high in quantity and quality. They were on par with Yuchan's dragonfish. And this stall seems more popular too. Shizhong looked around. There were several Gu immortal wills here, as well as some divine senses communicating here. To think that after being in secluded cultivation for so long, the dragonfish business in Treasure Yellow Heaven has a new strong contender. Shizhong was thinking when a Gu immortal will went to him and spoke. "Friend, you are here to buy dragonfish too? Why don't we buy it together? It will be cheaper," this divine sense said. "Oh, what is going on?" Shizhong asked. That divine sense explained. "You do not know? The dragonfish seller here has different rules. As long as you purchase beyond a certain quantity, the price will be lower. There are several classifications, but the point is that the more you buy, the cheaper it is." Shizhong heard this and praised it in his mind. This method is great. Next he thought of himself, maybe I can use this method when I sell things in the future. Shizhong considered it and felt the brilliance of this method. Minuri, even though it was essentially a drop in prices, with a higher quantity sold, the overall profits would still increase. Compared to the year Gu price war earlier, this method was much more subtle and profound. Using this method not only makes the sales of the dragonfish higher, it can raise their reputation. If someone really wants to buy dragonfish, to make it cheaper, they will invite their friends or even strangers to buy it together. It is a form of publicity for the seller. Shizhong kept thinking about it. He felt that the dragonfish seller truly had amazing ideas. No wonder the Gu Immortal stall here has more people compared to that #1 seller. There might be proxies here set by the seller, not here to buy dragonfish, but only existing to create a crowd. Shizhong instantly felt interest about this seller. "Forget it, I will buy it from here. The price is cheaper after all." Thinking about this, Shizhong communicated with the unknown immortal and worked together. Both sides were very happy. After both sides negotiated, they purchased 100,000 dragonfish together. After the purchase, they split the goods in Treasure Yellow Heaven and returned satisfied. Setting aside how Shizhong is going to feed his immortal goo, the goo immortal who cooperated with Shizhong immediately left Treasure Yellow Heaven after getting the goods and returned to the sovereign immortal aperture. Shizhong guessed right. The person who bought it with him was a proxy. They were not Fang Yuan, but one of the other goo immortals from Shadow Sect. Even if people could guess this, how could they prove it in Treasure Yellow Heaven? There was no way. Actually, this was not a method invented by Fang Yuan. Shizhong had been focused on goo refinement and did not pay much attention to Treasure Yellow Heaven. This method had been used by people long ago. The novelty of the idea was not important, only the effect mattered. Ignoring anything else, Fang Yuan was very successful at doing this. These last days, as he increased the quantity of his goods in Treasure Yellow Heaven, he had gotten much more attention. A huge quantity represented his capabilities. Buyers were naturally more willing to buy from a more reliable seller. On the other hand, Fang Yuan used the appropriate method to sell them. His reputation was slowly climbing. Fang Yuan's dragonfish were of high quality. With the food path immortal formation, their quality would only continue to increase. Initially, there were few goo immortals who bought from him, and they only bought a few each time. But gradually, more and more goo immortals bought dragonfish from him. The quantity sold was rapidly increasing as well. In fact, he was getting recurring customers. As Fang Yuan's greatest dragonfish business competitor, Eastern Sea's Yu Chan was still selling her dragonfish calmly without any commotion. Yu Chan's inaction is correct, because in the short term, my method cannot threaten her. In fact, if she tries to use a similar tactic, it would greatly erode her earnings. After all, she is selling much more dragonfish than me, Fang Yuan thought to himself. Yu Chan was acting very calmly in this situation. She had a great disposition. But after a while, she will start getting worried. Hey. Fang Yuan was very confident. The food path immortal formation he created only used a few immortal goo and some immortal essence to use. It was extraordinary. But this method needed at least several or even a dozen generations of dragonfish breeding to see effect. Yu Chan was not anxious. Neither was Fang Yuan. The longer this dragged on, the greater his advantage in the dragonfish business. After retrieving his divine sense from Treasure Yellow Heaven, Fang Yuan came to the goo refinement hall and saw Sixth Hair. Sixth Hair was thin and haggard. In order to refine goo for Fang Yuan, he had gone all out. He was exhausted both mentally and physically. Now he was at the final step of Heavenly Secret Goo's refinement. It was time for Fang Yuan to act. White light filled the goo refinement hall. Nobody could open their eyes in such intense light. Fang Yuan shut his eyes and entered the white light. He stopped when he got to the center. An intense aura assaulted him. It was neither mortal nor immortal. It was in between, at the final step before a qualitative change. We can start now. Fang Yuan cleared his mind as he transmitted to Sixth Hair. After counting down, Sixth Hair deactivated the refinement path, immortal formation in the hall. Fang Yuan immediately took over. Countless thoughts emerged from his mind. He used wisdom path methods concurrently. He took over the immortal formation successfully. Under his hard work, the surrounding white light condensed and formed into a huge ring. The ring was parallel to the ground. It surrounded Fang Yuan with him in the center. Refinement Path Killer. Move Heavenly Light Ring. The first rotation. Fang Yuan willed as the ring started to rotate slowly. The first rotation succeeded. At the second rotation, Fang Yuan opened his eyes and used his gaze to move the ring. It started to rotate even faster. After several minutes, the second rotation succeeded, and at the third rotation, Fang Yuan used his breath to move the ring. After a moment, he succeeded. The fourth, fifth, and sixth rotations also succeeded as time passed. Fang Yuan was at the final seventh rotation. It seems that sect leader put in a lot of effort after that failure. Sixth Hair watched from the side with anxiety. He sighed. Seventh rotation. Fang Yuan gritted his teeth and did his best to rotate the ring. Right now, the ring had already shrunk to basin size. It floated above his head. Boom! With a soft sound, the ring shrunk into a tiny speck. This was a goo, rank 7. Heavenly secret goo landed on Fang Yuan's head. I actually succeeded. Even the person himself, Fang Yuan, was surprised. He failed the first refinement, but actually succeeded on the second try. After his surprise, Fang Yuan felt intense joy. Maybe it was because I used luck path methods and had really good luck. Fang Yuan took Heavenly secret goo down from his head and looked at it. This immortal goo resembled a dragonfly, but upon closer inspection, it looked more like a twig. The entire Heavenly secret immortal goo was very long. It was half the length of an adult arm. Its body was thin and long like a twig. It was very soft. There were 7 feathered wings on each of its 2 sides. They were thin and green, resembling leaves. It was flying casually in the air, or rather, it was so slow it looked like it was floating. Fang Yuan observed it for a while before letting out a breath of air, sighing, "I finally refined Heavenly secret immortal goo."